How's it going, folks, and welcome back. It's episode number 91 of Part 2 Primera. Today we are back with something slightly different, and that thing that is slightly different is the fact we're back with a double header in November. Yes, we started the season last episode. I talked about it before, but I wanted to get into the meat and potatoes of this season, and the meat and potatoes we most certainly are in right now. Today we've got a double header, 2 away games, so tricky matches. The first is against Manchester United in the Champions League. The second is against Barcelona. 2 games that should be pretty nice tests of our team and how we've got on. Now, since you were last here, we have played an unprecedented number of matches, really, in all competitions. As you will be able to tell from the sea of green, it's been pretty plain sailing. Some of the most notable results, I guess, include the 4-1 win against Real Madrid, a 2-0 win at home against Manchester United as well, which was a really good one. But in general, we've looked pretty infallible in the league, with the exception of 2 games which we lost. The first was against Sevilla. The second was even worse, though. So in this first game, we dropped points against Sevilla. Disappointing. It finished 2-1. They had 2 shots on target. Their goalkeeper got man of the match. It was one of those games in Football Manager. And well, if that one felt like a disappointing FMing with a 92nd minute winner, the game against Deportivo was somehow even worse. Because somehow against Deportivo, they scored 3 goals from 3 shots on target. Their goalkeeper got man of the match. And it finished 3-0. And what makes this worse is the fact that the goal scorer for the first goal, Bruno Trigo, used to play for us once upon a time. Yeah, we sold him for 7 million a few years ago. He's recently moved to Deportivo for 1.3 million. Decided to get his first and only goal of the season against us. If you're wondering about Deportivo as well, newly promoted to the division this year. They won the league last year, the second tier. They're currently up in 6th, so at least they're doing okay. And I suppose at this point we should acknowledge the league table, because I talked about all these wins and how great we're doing. We're not doing great enough, because against Atleti, who we beat last episode 3-0, we're trailing them by a point. And Barcelona are also breathing down our necks. Yes, it's a very, very competitive league season. At the moment, we have the second best defence in the league, but the best attacking output. 41 goals scored. It's a really impressive total after 14 matches. Kind of mad that Atleti, who we beat 3-0, are above us, but it's still the early stages of the season. There's still 24 matches left to be played. I suppose in terms of player stats, we should acknowledge Sia Pina this year has been sensational. 11 goals in 9 games. 3 assists as well in those matches. Elsewhere, Pedro Porro and Conceição leading the way with the assists. Pedro Porro this year has been absolutely top draw. 6 goals, 8 assists in the league. And in fact, across the board, when it just comes to team stats, we look really, really good. Of course, a few new additions to the squad who we were hoping for big contributions from, one of which is Julian Vargas. Pleased to report he started the season pretty well, all in all. 7 goals in 11 appearances. The only downside here is we have been dealing with a fair few injuries. If we just take a look at Julian here, you can see he was out with a twisted ankle for 3 weeks. The good news is he is back fit and raring to go in this one. Elsewhere, though, Pedro Porro currently out for 5 to 8 weeks. So as well as he started the season, he is going to be out. And as for Jose Ramon, he damaged his kneecap, and he tore his thigh muscle, of course, to start the season. It'd be fair to say, since we've signed him, he's become a little bit injury-prone. Also, he's turned 22, and it turns out he hates important matches. Don't want to remind people of this. I've spent 136 million on this man. So he's not hit the ground running, I think it would be fair to say. In terms of assists, Hannibal is doing really, really well for us. 10 assists to his name, 8 for Pedro Porro, 7 for Conceição. But to be honest, it's been a really good team performance. Lots of individuals chipping in with goals. The same with the assists. We've not been overly reliant on too many players. That's kind of been fortunate because, as you can see here, we have had pretty significant issues with injuries, shall we say. We had 6 in August, 5 in September, 5 in October. We've only had 3 so far in November, but compared to last year, that is still an increase. And some of these have been pretty serious injuries, including Thomas Estevez, who you will note is currently out for 2 to 3 months. So yeah, between him and Pedro Porro, we're actually looking a little bit light at right back, dare I say. Alejandro Gomez, of course, came in to slot in at right back. He's done pretty well so far. He's played a few different positions for us, but 8 games played, 7.19 rating. I mean, at the end of the day, he's a right back, so he's not going to get a load of goals and assists. We have the second best defence in the league, so I guess we have to look at his contribution thus far as a net win. But I do think there is no denying, of all our new additions, Julian Vargas is the man that I am most excited about. He's looked really, really solid this season so far. But anyway, for today's first game, we are taking on Manchester United. A win in this game, heck, even a draw in this game, and we guarantee ourselves top spot in the group, which would be a really, really big thing. Helps us with seeding for the knockout stages. So far, we've been pretty good. We've already beaten United, who have lost to Atalanta as well in their first 4 games. As for ourselves, 14 goals scored for, 1 goal against. Today is going to be a proper test, though. Manchester United away. It's a rare opportunity, however, for us to play just about our strongest 11. And I say that with the one exception being Kapanu, who has had a little bit of an injury of his own. Sadly, he's not available for today's game. As a result, Toussaint is going to slot in the ball-winning midfielder position for us. It's kind of weird. With all the injuries we've had this year, we're yet to actually play our strongest 11. I'm very excited to see what we can do with this lineup once everyone's fit and raring to go. Maybe today's going to be a little bit of a taster. Hopefully, Kapanu's going to recover, and as we take on Barcelona in the second game today, we can actually play that best 11 for the first time ever. But anyway, let's get into this one. As I said, we've played a lot of games since we were last here. I feel like a lot's happened. I've tried to condense it down. Generally speaking, we've been keeping to winning ways, and on the pitch, we've played some really, really impressive football. Of course, this season, we went into things changing a couple of the roles. Hannibal's looked pretty good. I guess Jose Ramon out on the left-hand side has been a little bit of a cause for concern, but Conceição in that area of the pitch has done really well for us, and Pedro Porro, when he's been fit out on the right, has looked really good as well. Much like the previous few seasons, we have made a pretty significant habit of rotating the 11, keeping players fit. Obviously, that's not really helped when it's come to injuries thus far this year. I'm hoping that it's just a string of bad luck, and it is actually going to get a little bit better for us as this season goes on. Okay, finally, first highlight of the game. On my word, it could be a gift. Jose Ramon gives it to Siapina. His effort goes just wide of the post. We have struggled to create in this game. That is actually our first shot of the match. 25 minutes gone. The game has been bogged down in the midfield a fair bit. There's not been a lot of chances for either team, but, well, there could be another opportunity here. Maybe the game's going to burst into life. Gravenberch wandering into the wide areas. Got Bodou on the overlap. Threads through Lautaro Martinez. Ramadani, what a save, my son. That was a really big left hand to get on that to turn it round the post. However, we've got to remain alert. They've got Dani Olmo, who, well, we know what he's capable of from what he's done for Spain for us. On that occasion, it's not a great ball into the box. Maybe we can kind of get a counter-attack going. Hannibal, of course, playing against his former club, he's going to have a point to prove. Last time we met Manchester United was in the knockout stages of this competition. On that occasion, Hannibal was man of the match. Wouldn't mind him doing something like that again today. Okay, I think we've got a free kick in a dangerous area here to deal with. It's going to be Martin Odegaard over it. He hits it, and I'll tell you what, that wasn't far wide of the post. Elsewhere in our group, Atalanta currently winning 3-0 against Zenit. It's going to be a battle, it looks like, between Manchester United and Zenit. Atalanta for that second spot. Poor Zenit are actually, they're bottom of the group. They've not won a game yet. So if we could hold United to a draw here, this could be pretty huge in the kind of group stage complexion. Of course, if we win, it could be even better and bigger for Atalanta. But there's a lot of football left to be played here. We're at Old Trafford. It's a fortress in Football Manager. And Petrozuolo has fouled his man. I hope that was outside the area. Where's the physio going here? Who is injured? Oh, it's Vargas. Okay, that's not good. That was almost comedic as well, the way I've zoomed out there to reveal it was Vargas for us. Was it in the area? Was it out the area? It was not in it. And, well, they say you've got to be in it to win it. He wasn't in the box. He's not won it. It's a free kick that we are going to have to deal with here. Petrozuolo should just get a yellow card here, right? Yeah, that's fine. And Vargas, he's had some physio attention. He's fine. He'll be okay, maybe. Might need to take him off just to be safe here. Anyway, we've got more defending to do. It's Cucurella to, oh my word, it's in the back of the net. It's offside. It's off. That was a weird highlight where everyone just seemed to stop responding. I think Odegaard put it in the back of the net. It was offside. Breathe a sigh of relief, but not for long, Jack, because they're on the attack again. This time, though, we've dealt with it well and given it to Ramadani. He's going to try and launch it up the field for Siapina, who can't get there. Now with Lautaro Martinez, Weston McKennie. And I'll tell you what, the American has finished that quite well there into the bottom corner. I feel like he scored against us when we've played United before. I just got a weird kind of moment of deja vu there. Yeah, Ramadani clearing that initial effort, but we gave away the ball. Lautaro Martinez drops into space, and Sandro Tonali just isn't alert to the threat, doesn't track his man back. And, well, United take a lead here, which I think you'd have to say is kind of deserved on the balance of play. I'm going to change things up, I think, a little bit in response here. Given the fact that Vargas is carrying an injury, we're going to take him off and bring in Julian for what I think might be his live commentary debut today. Of course, joined us on a free transfer, a bit of a punt. We'll see what he can do for us. Elsewhere, Jose Ramon is not having the best of games, but Hannibal is playing even worse. So we're going to move Conceição out wide, play Jose Ramon down the middle, Julian out on the right. And, well, we've got half an hour to try and turn around this game. I'm just wondering if I want to change anything more significantly tactically. And you know what? I think I do. I'm going to drop Tonali a bit deeper, but then tell our wing-backs to get higher up the pitch. Conceição, going to move him, I think, to a winger on attack. And Jose Ramon, we're going to play as an attacking midfielder on support just to drop slightly more. I want us to look for the overlap and kind of try and stretch the pitch as wide as possible here. And in terms of crosses, we're going to try and float them, I think, towards Siapina. Generally, I think low crosses are kind of the way to go in Football Manager. They're just very, very good, and the AI struggles to defend them. However, we're going to mix things up, and well, mix things up we might. It's not going to change what's happening on the pitch. Martinez grabs United second, and I don't even... Well, I was about to say I don't even know if the tactics took effect. They did take effect. Have they had any effect? Absolutely not. And with this... Suddenly it doesn't look quite so pretty, does it, in the league? When we met United before, we beat them 2-0. So if it stays like this, the head-to-head is even. So it goes to goal difference, where we are the better team. The fact I'm thinking about it like that is terrible. But no, I think... I don't want to speak prematurely here. I think if it finishes 2-0, we're fine. Conceição, it's not going to finish 2-0. Conceição scores on off the bench. That is the second time in this game where they've given away the ball playing it out from the back. I'm not going to complain, but I would suggest to the United manager that maybe they shouldn't do that. Ben Godfrey, questionable, but Conceição still had a lot to do there. That was a really nice finish into the bottom corner. And well, now we need to look to hold on here. 10 minutes left. If it finishes like this, we have the better head-to-head, which I think means that we are guaranteed top spots even though we've lost, which is a little anticlimactic. It's not really the way I want to make it out the group stage, but I don't know. We'll take it. I guess it would be a third defeat of the season if this does happen. The other two previously coming in the league. Of course, we could still get an equaliser. Maybe my tactical genius is still going to, well, show its head here as we bring it forward to Gomez. He's going to keep it alive. Can't bring it in, but Julian is there. Gives it to Toussaint. Tonali. Whipped in. Back post. Conceição will just about get there. Gives it to Perez. It's tipped onto the crossbar. My word. That was a pretty good opportunity to win it. And barring a calamitous last 30 seconds for United, I think 2-1 is how this is going to finish. I love the fact that they're time wasting here. And they've given it away again. What is happening? Siapina, I mean, what are they doing? I don't even know what I've just seen. I'm not going to complain. It's 2-2. I don't feel like we've deserved that at all. Sometimes this happens in Football Manager. Sometimes you get lucky. I wouldn't mind this more if it was in a more significant match. I mean, 2-2 it's going to finish. And with that, that changes the whole look of our Champions League group quite significantly. What it does mean is we're through to the knockouts and we get the number 1 seed, which is what we wanted. We've avoided defeat. And Atalanta now move up to second with a game to go, which is against Manchester United, incredibly. Vargas is going to be out for 1 to 3 days. We've got Barcelona in 3 days' time. As a result of that result, it means that when we play, I think, Zenit to end the group stage. No, Atalanta to end the group stage even. For some reason, I thought I had Zenit. When we play Atalanta, I will probably play a rotated 11. There is a small part of me that wants to intentionally throw against Atalanta so they make it through over United. That would not be moral. We won't do that, but I will be playing a rotated team for that one. And, well, that was only game 1 of today. Some late drama. a weird game, if I'm being completely honest. We've got Barcelona in 3 days' time. Let's pray there's no injuries. Pray the players get back to full fitness. Finally, we might get a chance to see our best 11 in action. Okay, everyone, we're back. And I probably shouldn't do it, but I am gonna. I'm playing the best 11. You can't stop me. I want to see these 11 players on the pitch together. Capanu should only play 45 minutes. I might be a little bit cheeky and try and get a little bit more out of him. Elsewhere, Vargas, fitness test not required. Maybe some way short, but he'll be fine. Tonali's also a little bit tired. I might live to regret this. This is quite a big game against Barcelona, where unnecessary experimentation probably isn't needed. Of course, Barcelona currently in third. If they beat us, they will go ahead of us. Yeah, it's very, very close between the top 3 of the table. I suppose one thing I've not acknowledged yet is Real Madrid are bottling it again. I wanted to sign Sinkveld last summer, but he wasn't actually wanting to leave Barcelona, Real Madrid, which is fair enough, I guess. Maybe if they finish 7th this year, he will want to leave, and then I can maybe look to sign him. Either way, he's got 15 goals. It's not enough for Real Madrid. Defensively, they're not even doing that badly. They're just slipping up a lot, but we're not going to complain. It means that they're out of sight and out of mind, 11 points behind us. It means that this year, Barcelona and Atleti look like the teams to beat, and well, we've got to try and beat Barcelona here. As I said, bit of a risk with the starting 11 with this one, but I want to see what our best 11 can do, damn it. So the best 11 is playing today. Hopefully Barcelona are going to be struggling a little bit. They will have played midweek as well in the Champions League, so maybe we got that going in our favour. That said, this is away from home, so this is not an easy one. Also, they've not got Gurajaga playing for them. Is Gurajaga? He's out the game. Okay, they've not got their best player, so I don't even have any kind of excuse if we slip up here. Ultimately, I think a draw would be fine. A draw is pretty good away from home against Barca. Of course, I want to do better than that. But I don't know. I feel like this is a game that I would be more confident going into if it wasn't for the recent defeat against Deportivo and then the draw against United, especially when against United we really didn't create a great deal. I suppose the good news, if there is any, is 33 minutes gone. They've not had a shot on target yet. We're having more of the ball. We're bullying them. And Real Madrid are losing 4-0 to... Did I see that correctly? Real Madrid losing 4-0. Sorry, I need latest scores, please. They're losing 4-0 to... I literally don't know what's happening with Real Madrid. I should concentrate on our own game. We're doing awfully. I've got faith in you. Step it up, please, boys. I need you to become men in this second half. Also, probably shouldn't still have Capanu on the pitch. But I do. Nothing's happening. Right, Capanu, off you come for Toussaint. Elsewhere, I'm going to move Hannibal back for Sandro Tonali, and then I'm going to bring in Calderon at Shadow Striker. I have been trying to give Calderon minutes where I can. He's got 3 goals and 3 assists in the league, so he's doing fine. But of course, we've just got so much competition in the final third now, it's hard to find him a regular spot in the first team. But anyway, you know what? It's taken 65 minutes. We finally have a highlight, everyone. I know. Remain calm. Let's hope it's in our favour here. Hannibal playing deeper, of course. And, well, he's given the ball away there. And now Barella has it in the middle for Barca, bringing it forward. This is not what we want to see. Switches it wide to Guiri. Perez, nice block. Now with Vargas, who is, of course, coming back from injury. Took a bit of a risk by playing him today. We are giving the ball away a lot here, just trying to lump it forward to Sierpina, I've noticed in these couple of games. And I'm not sure why we're trying to play quite so direct. Soul. Inside. Oh my word. Matthias Soul. I mean, that's a good finish, isn't it? That's quite a good goal. I mean, what do you say? He picks up the ball. He takes it down. It's laid out inside to Soul, and then he just picks a corner, wraps his left foot around it, and finesses it into the top corner. And, well, I'm going to take off Vargas, and you know what? I'm going to bring in Conceição, I think. And then I'm going to move Calderon out wide and Irate into the middle. I kind of want to go for this a little bit more now. I feel like I have to. I mean, they've had one shot, and it was that effort from range, and it's gone into the back of the net. I mean, maybe, just maybe, we can force an error like we did against United. Although, on this occasion, Barcelona capable of taking goal kicks that don't result in an attack straight against them, which is a vital football skill that Manchester United apparently still need to learn. And well, rather annoyingly, they're knocking the ball around quite nicely here, and Saul, the goal scorer, is in possession again. On that occasion, though, Gvardiol gets it away. I am just going to pause the game right here. I'm going to just tell us to lower the tempo and shorter passing. We are lumping it forward, needlessly giving away the ball. I know on that occasion it's more of a clearance than a pass, but just in general, I feel like we could do a lot more to hold on to the ball better. Oh my word, Guiri, loads of space cutting inside. That finish at the end of it, a little bit disappointing. He's missed the target from there. I suppose we should go to attacking as well, but we've got a corner. Conceição whips it in. It bounces in the box, and it bounces the way of Siapina. He's just lurking away. He's going to put it into the corner. I've gone attacking. Do I want to stay on attacking? You know, I do. We're going for the win, everyone. Hold on tight. Conceição whipped in towards, well, our traditional near-post targets. It bounces in the penalty area. Siapina's the only one alert. 15 minutes left in this game. I mean, we've got a goal back. I feel like we deserve more, though. And with that, I'm going to demand more. 5 minutes left. Can we get a late chance in this one? I've just seen Atleti have taken a late lead in their game to make it 1-0 against Huesca. As well as Zakir. Back to Skriniar for them. Lays it to Dieve? Answers on a postcard how to say his name. Oh my word. There is so much space in the wide areas here. Nice tackle though by Toussaint. Straight back, however, to Guiri. Great tackle again by Toussaint. He's doing some heroic defending. Saul, though, we're aware of his long shots. We need to be wary here because he's inside. He has an effort. It's unconvincing by Ramadani. But we get it away. But now we have a corner to deal with. This is just relentless at the end. The initial corner dealt with, but back into the mixer it goes. Hannibal kicks it wide. Barella now with it, going all the way back. Could we maybe force out a late chance here? 4 minutes left and time just trickling away. Barcelona perhaps look the most likely to get a goal, and they have a one-on-one here, and they've got it. Maybe I shouldn't have gone attacking, but I really felt like in this game we were the better team, and I wanted to get the goal. I wanted to get the goal that I felt like we deserved. I mean, what was wrong with the defending here? I mean, they're so narrow, I guess. They're just crowding out the middle, but maybe tired legs catching up with us a little. Barcelona make it 2-1. I mean, is there any time to rescue anything here? Probably not, right? But we've got to try. Hit early crosses, shoot on sight, in transition, distribute quickly over the top. I mean, Jack, there's 4 minutes left, mate. You're changing all this stuff. Nothing is going to come of it. I'm certain. 2-1 it finishes. 2-1 it finishes. And you know what? That's pretty gutting. That is pretty gutting. That late chance they had was a really, great chance in terms of XG, which definitely made their XG flatter them a little bit. After we went more attacking, though, we left ourselves exposed, so it's kind of on me. You can see, unfortunately for us, Atleti did get that late goal, 75th minute. Huesca held on down a man for so long, so fair play to them. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. Elsewhere, Betis won, Valencia won, Real Madrid got hammered, Deportivo lost. It's still very, very close at the top of the table, but that's a pretty disappointing result. It's been a little while, I feel like, since we've dropped points against Barcelona in the league, which feels like an absolutely mental sentence to say. I suppose my big question is, can we have a second half of the season as good as our first half? And I think the answer is yes. Then I look at Atleti and Barca, and I'm sat thinking, are you guys really going to be able to keep going at this pace? It's a pretty impressive one. Looking at Atleti's upcoming games, they've got Sevilla, they've got Real Madrid, they've got Deportivo, they've also got ourselves and Barcelona on the horizon. As for Barca, who have you got left to play Barca? To be fair, their games don't look quite so bad. Of course, we are in the Supercopa ourselves. Who are we taking on? We're taking on Valencia in the Supercopa. I don't think we need to come back for that. I don't think we do. Anyway, in terms of when we will be back next time, now I've said we're not coming back for the Supercopa. The honest answer is I'm not entirely sure. I think we may come back for the first knockout round of the Champions League if there ends up being some super high stakes games in the league we might come back for them. I am conscious of the fact we've got Atleti in the near future, but we've played them already this year and beaten them 3-0. It's not like it's a crunch game at the end of the season against a team around us. I want to believe that they will start dropping points sooner rather than later. And the next time we'll be back, we might be slightly closer to the top of the table than we are now, because 4 points away does feel a tad harsh given how we've played so far this season. Anyway, gang, if you have enjoyed today's episode, as always, do drop a like on it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I will see you guys next time. And well, until then, it is me, Jack, and I'll talk to you all in a bit. I'm out.